Near mint condition, the home of collected editions. And check out that eye, that's exactly what we want to see. Woo, look at that panel, baby. And that, as they say, is that. How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and today I'm going to be giving you an overview of the Arco Wada Fate Artworks artbook from Udon Entertainment. So let's go ahead and get started. Before going any further, a big thank you to the folks at Udon Entertainment for sending us a copy of this latest art book. Not just from the world of Fate, but also just art books in general. Now, I believe this is the second Fate World art book that Udon has published here in America. A couple of years ago, they gave us the Fate Return to Avalon, the Takashi Takeuchi art book. But there have been more published, of course, in Japan. These are ones that Udon brought over here. And to kind of give you an idea of what it will look like on your shelf, here we go. You have Love, Arco Wada, Fate Artworks, and then the character of Saber down there, or Red Saber, and then the backs of the books. This one over here retailing for $59.99. It is the same dimensions and the same height as the previous release. Love it when it looks like that, or will look like that. Now what I'm going to do is open it up, and we're going to look at some of this artwork together. And of course, look at the build of the art book. Okay, now before we open it up, I just wanted to show you that there's like a gold foil Love, Arco Wada, Fate Artworks, the Udon logo, and these are all embossed. The gold foil goes all the way through here. I just wanted to show you a closer look. And then, of course, the gold foil on the petals here. Okay, now we can open it up. So we have that Nero Claudius picture there on the cover, and over here, or who I will always call Saber, we have a fold-out poster, and it's not double-sided, so you can actually hang it up. But what monster pulls out these posters from these beautiful books? A newly opened fate and the journey it brings, the compass always pointing to a distant sky. And then we kick off the artwork. Now, most of the art that is going to be found through here isn't it doesn't have a story behind it. There's no like actual dialogue or information about it. It just assumes that you have played these games and you know who these characters are, like Rin over here, or who we saw a little bit earlier over here, Aoko Aozaki. But if you have played the game, this is perfect for you. But then again, I've mentioned that some of my viewers don't play video games and just love Lancer over here to just collect art books. I was wondering when we're going to see Archer. But lots of different characters through mainly what is known as the Fate Extra, and then, of course, the Fate Extella subseries. But these are games I haven't even played. I actually have only played a couple of the Fate Stay and Fate Night. Oh my gosh, there was a couple of anime that I saw that was actually brought over by it wasn't Bandai. Aniplex brought them over, and man, I remember they were so expensive for DVDs. Then of course later on we ended up getting the actual releases on Blu-ray. But this book has 308 pages, and it compiles several illustrations from Arco Wada, she was the lead artist on the Fate Extra series. And it collects works from I'm going to skip some pages here, by the way. From the box artwork, there's character art, there's promotional illustrations, and there's, I think, a couple of commission pieces that I haven't seen before in the back, much like the first volume that we saw a little bit earlier. And I'll talk about the build here in a little bit. But it is artwork like this that she has drawn for instruction booklets, and like I mentioned, the box art, and of course the promotional art of these particular characters. And then this is Fate Extella Link. Some of these I think have come out, I want to say, on the PS Vita, and Fate Extra Record I think is the next game that was released, or the latest game, and that one was released on the, I know it was on the PS5 and the Switch, but I myself have not played any of the Fate games. Oh my gosh, it has been years. I still pick up from time to time some of the figures. If it's, honestly, the figures that I do pick up are usually Saber and the character of Rin. Those are two of my favorite characters, and I think no matter what, I think it was the Nendoroid is the last one that I was trying to pick up, because I was just a big fan of the Fate Stay Night. But I've always loved the character designs behind these particular series. And I think this is the stuff from the box art. Now, the book originally came out, of course, in Japan, but has been translated into English by Udon. And there's not, like I said, a lot of text or a lot of dialogue. Finally saw some Sakura artwork. It's another one of my favorite characters. And then your index right here. So this is one of the most important parts. As you will see through here, there's no mention of where these particular pieces of art originated from, but if you look in the back, they will tell you where they came from. Like, some of these are as old as 2009, some of these are as late as 2021. The only thing I wish they had done, and I get why they did this, because you want the full artwork, of course, but when it comes to pages like this, I wish they had actual page numbers. Like, I get not wanting to put a page number on a beautiful piece like this when it's just the full bleed. But when you have pieces like this, I don't see why they couldn't add a page number at the bottom. That way it's easier to look at the glossary and talk about where these illustrations originated from. And what's, of course, what video game they're originally from. And then this is the postscript right here. And yes, there is a pullout. Let's look at this poster. And I think this is supposed to be BB, I think. And again, nothing in the back, so you can hang it up. And then, of course, the behind the scenes of who translated it, and over here, the original Japanese edition. As far as the build, 308 pages. It is sewn binding and printed in this glossy paper stock. I will say it's not as thick as the first book that I showed, the Fate book. There's very, and I mean very minor bleed through happening from the opposite page. It doesn't take away from the art, but there's just a little bit of bleed through happening. It's not even noticeable unless you're looking for it. But that's what this is. And that, as they say, is that. And that was the content, the page count, and build of this hardcover. In the comments down below, let me know if you're a fan of the Fate Stay Night, or the Fate Extra, Fate Extella series, or if you're just a fan of art books. You pick up art books depending on what the art looks like, regardless of the video games, or the anime, or the television show that you've not seen or seen. Yeah, I do have viewers that do that. They're just attracted to different art styles. But that is it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button on the way out. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.